EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Hoosier State, where Colts fans rise to their feet with the striking of the anvil as it is time for football here at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indy. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Indianapolis Colts. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. His guys are in the midst of a great run. Only one loss in their last 10 games. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. Here now to get us started is Logan Cook. And we are underway from Indianapolis. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
Okay, I'm not taking a turn to negative town, even though it's going to sound like it. The 2 interceptions he threw last week, those obviously have to be eliminated, and that was the focus of practice this week. But let's face it, he did throw 3 touchdown passes.
And they got the win.
So I think it was a good week for him to work on things. Had some positives, the win being first and foremost. Now he's just got to eliminate those interceptions.
Ready.
Off play action. Richardson. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Trayvon Walker in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Got to hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early 2nd and long. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Richardson looking to throw this. Going to be brought down here in the backfield. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On 4th down, the Colts will call on Rigoberto Sanchez for the punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
The word is potential, potential, potential. Think about this guy from the time he was in high school, one of the top prospects going to college, coming out of college, mentioned as a generational type quarterback. He looks the part. Tall, big arm, surveys the field, and can take off and run when under duress.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They work now on 2nd and 9. On the end around, this is Thomas. Down the right sideline. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Brian Thomas hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0.
Colts, nothing.
It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
The rushing numbers for Taylor in last week's ball game: 17 carries, 79 yards, and a touchdown.
11 touchdowns on the ground this season, and the pride really extends throughout the entire offense. And in this case, I'm focusing on the offensive line. The leverage, the ability to get downfield, make that extra blocker, and give him more space to run. They really look forward to him carrying the football because they're going to get him to the end zone.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Now Richardson back to throw it. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jags are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
The Jaguars offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And he continues to be a nuisance for opposing defenses that are tasked with trying to slow him down. He's currently 2nd in the NFL in rushing. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Now Lawrence to throw. And he takes a shot on the release, so this will be incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you go ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, you better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
The Colts take over 1st and 10.
The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
Now 2nd and 5.
Bronco 80.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Here's Richardson to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for the Colts. First down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
And not much to speak of. Called a 1-yard gain up to the 26. You look at this Jaguar defense. They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game is sky high. In fact, you'd absolutely be stunned to come away with a loss.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there. Those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now out come the Jags. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Lawrence. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. These two teams, they met earlier in the year in Jacksonville with the Jags coming out on top. So if they can find a way to win here in Indianapolis, they would take the season series 2-0. Complete to Washington. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play. Move on.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The Jags with a football to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Gets past one man. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Looking to put a drive together. He'll start with a give to Taylor. A solid stiff arm. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Anytime you hear the term an explosive run, most teams I know define that as any run over 10 yards, and they got that and more. How about a lot of credit for the big guys up front? That offensive line firing out, creating plenty of space, and a big run ensued.
Quick throw into the hands of Pittman. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's second down.
Second and 3 at the Jaguars' 49-yard line.
Let's go now. Johnny Lions.
They go play action with Richardson. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
That's good for a Colts. First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. A beautiful fake. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. That's complete to Pierce. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 14 yards that time for number 14.
First down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
First and 10, Taylor now. Not able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Now a second and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
On the ground, DJ Giddens. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming.
Ready?
QB sneak, Richardson. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. It's a gain of a yard. And the Colts are going to have a first and goal.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Ready? Ready?
They'll run here with Taylor. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Go! Ready?
Again, it'll be Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And that will be incomplete. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down. So on 4th down, Spencer Schrader on here for the Colts field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Jaguars offense and Travis Etienne set to take over once again. And they've used him quite a bit in the passing game as you take a look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards by a running back, and he's right there in the mix. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they played. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, but that's all they needed to move the sticks. The Jaguars at 11-4 now on the year. And they come in on the heels of yet another victory. That ran their win streak, Charles, up to 7 now.
And I think that last win, that established them and stamped them, to me, as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with extreme confidence, and you need that in order to go all the way.
They'll get it across the 35. It'll be second down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
24.
Lawrence will throw. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
46-yard line.
And you know we don't give a fuck. It's like your birthday. You'll find me in the club. Full of mama, I got what you need. Get me the feeling.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Lawrence. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and aborts the incompletion.
Off to Thomas on the left side. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brian Thomas. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Jaguars had 6 to their lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, they had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10.
Oh, what I love. Ooh, baby, we run it up. Yeah, the minute the sun is up. There's no rest to us shutting down.
Get it.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now it's Richardson. Now he's going to step up and run. They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Brings up 3rd and
Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but he will still bring up a 4th down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And take it right on the 30. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
1st and 10.
It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give him a good 10 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Lawrence. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okuebunan. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now Lawrence. This will be caught by Young. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
This will be caught once again by Brown. And a crossover out of bounds right at the 25. 12 more yards for him there. It's a 1st down.
Jaguars, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
But to throw again is Lawrence. He finds his man complete. That's Brown. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports.
Our look around the NFL starts now. At Northwest Stadium in Landover, the Commanders at home to take on the Cowboys in the NFC East. And it's Cavante Turpin. This will help the old stat line. He's going to make the catch and realize, I don't think anyone's going to get me, and they don't. It'll wind up as an 82-yard catch and run for the touchdown. The Cowboys win their 3rd straight game as they get the victory today. Next up, it's Santa Clara, California. Let's look in on the Niners as they play host to the Chicago Bears. And this is Brandon Ayuk. This will wind up a touchdown. The Niners get their 5th win on the year as they get the victory here. One more to show you. Let's go to Charlotte. It's the Panthers hosting the Seattle Seahawks. And this is the former UCLA Bruin, Zach Charbonnet. He'll find an opening and take it in, a 6-yard rushing touchdown. The Seahawks get back to 500 at 8-8. They get the victory here in Week 17. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
14-3 the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from him in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think the coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
On second down, ETN once more. Across midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. 85 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
A pickup on the play of 54.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down second and right at a yard. Well, lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. And they'll run with ETN. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On the counter, ETN. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go.
Richardson off the play fake. And he's got Pierce. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Running left, Taylor. Shifts past him at the 45. And they're way past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Now for the point after.
For the extra point.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
That's the score.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Nifty move. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Now Richardson. That complete to Downs. Second catch for him today, and they'll wind up a first down. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly aren't letting up today, Parker, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Richardson yet again. Over the middle, complete. It's Taylor. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 25-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Richardson. Now he'll tuck this and run. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had it because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Nowhere to turn this time. He goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Trayvon Walker in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Ready.
Richardson looking to throw. That is caught. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 14.
Gain of 15 yards. And the Colts, first down.
They'll try the left side with Taylor. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Colts get a bit closer. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time, he had the speed to win that race.
Extra point forthcoming. And he puts this one through. It makes our score 31-10. A 10-play drive that time. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short.
Down at the 35-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and inches.
They'll run with ETN. And he is going to have a chance first down. Maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 30 inches.
That's good. For us Jaguars, first down.
Someone's been having a good game so far. You know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Open man, that's Monk, the tight end.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
That's complete to Parker Washington. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
That's another Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll try the left side with ETN. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there, enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Now a field goal try coming up here for the JAX. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked it off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And the Colts getting ready to go. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Richardson to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Richardson looking to throw this. Connecting over the middle with Downs. Only able to gain a couple there. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
Here we go. Ready?
They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll try and run for the 1st with Taylor. And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to roll free, and he's marked short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Continues to be a struggle for this offense, and this home crowd, they're growing a little restless here in the 2nd half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They're going for it with the option right. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the JAX take over in terrific field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the 2nd half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
The option, here's ETN. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
At the 29-yard line, a 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and
4. From the 29, here's the 2nd down and 4. Another toe for ETN. Fights off the defender. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 122 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines. Let's close this one out.
11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the 4th quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest. And they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Good gain there on 1st down. And keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking. Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Straight ahead, ETN. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
This was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
For the Jaguars field goal.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So he remains perfect at 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now Richardson back to throw it. That's to his tight end, Tyler Warren. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running, just let them bleed the game out.
And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and run the option. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for the 1st down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
At the 32-yard line.
Richardson out of the shotgun. Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
Now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And this team continues to stake its claim as Super Bowl favorites. They are now eyeing an 8th straight win as they begin this drive here in the 4th quarter.
Ready? Panther 60, Panther 60.
ETN up the middle. Down at the 25.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
On 2nd down, ETN once more. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
On second down, ETN once more. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Jags, they improve their mark to 12-4 with 1 game to go. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.